We all face hardships in this life. Marriage difficulties, parenting challenges, financial struggles, health issues, job situations where your boss is just, We face these challenging situations, and if you're like most women, it's so easy to just sink into despair, to feel like it's hopeless, to start feeling self-pity, and then we're starting to numb out by watching a zillion hours of television or surfing online endlessly or playing games online on your phone endlessly, or maybe overspending or overeating or overdrinking or whatever, right? And of course the enemy is just goading us on, saying, yes, I think you do need to eat that whole package of cookies right now. It'll make you feel better. That's a lie from the pit of hell. So what do you do when you are feeling that hopelessness, when you're, maybe you've even been stunned by something that you didn't see coming? Your husband just filed for divorce, or your child just made a horrible decision. You caught drugs in their room and you're just stunned. And what do you do in those moments of hardship? Well, I believe you have choices. I know you have choices. And I want to give you 3 choices that you can make in that moment that will certainly make your situation a lot better. You'll be lifted out of that pit of despair and hopelessness. Number 1, pray without ceasing for God to intervene in your situation. I direct you to Luke 18. Read the parable of the persistent widow in Luke 18. God is really telling us, do not give up in praying. Continue to call out to me hour after hour, day after day, week after week. Don't give up. And ladies, that's what we need to do. We need to press into prayer. We need to become ferocious prayer warriors. I have seen God do amazing things when I didn't just toss up one little weak prayer, but I just pressed into prayer day after day after day after month after month after year. I've seen God move in amazing ways to completely alter what seemed like hopeless situations. I can think of one particular instance regarding one of my children. Seemed hopeless, and yet pray, day after day, week after week, month after month, and God moved in response to that persistent prayer. So that's the first thing you do. You pray without ceasing. Secondly, you ask God to guide you, because maybe there's something you can do to improve your situation, to change the circumstances, to make the situation better. But often we don't know in our own brilliant wisdom exactly what to do, but God does know. I think of Psalm 32:8, where God says, I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you with my loving eye on you. Well, that means we need to spend time in listening prayer, where we zip it for a moment, we stop with our laundry list, and we say, Lord, would you talk to my spirit? Would you nudge me in my heart? I've never heard an audible voice, but boy, when I just focus on the Lord, I like to focus on envisioning being with him somewhere. And when I focus on that and say, Lord, speak to me, guide me, I often just sense a prompting in a certain direction. And I believe that's from God, because he knows I'm earnestly seeking his counsel. And then thirdly, ask God to show you what he's trying to teach you in terms of growing your character and maturing your faith. He's all about that, and he doesn't waste any of our pain. He's always trying to teach us something. This reminds me of Romans 5, where it says, we rejoice in our sufferings. Don't you always feel like rejoicing in your sufferings? But listen to the rest of the verse. We rejoice in our sufferings because suffering produces perseverance, and perseverance produces character, and character produces hope. 3 choices you can make in hardship.